Hi, it's Mild Red Songbird in New York City. Michael Bublé, Jesus Christ projection, is happy being Pilate. Lo Pilato, fool, Pilate's fool. This is his wife, and this is his wife when she was Pontius Pilate's name. See how closely the names are still, she still spells her name similar to when her name was Pilate. Okay, so he doesn't know he's being played for a fool, talk about Michael Bublé, because his wife and Michael Bublé is Adam and Jesus Christ projection. Okay, so he's being played for a fool because his wife looks good. He presumes, therefore, she is good. It has never occurred to him that his spell-casting glamour wife only looks good to fool him into thinking, believing, behaving as though she is good. He thinks, Michael Bublé thinks she's lucky, such a beautifully made up to look beautiful woman loves him. Most of my teeth are missing. I have a large nose, yet the giver and sustainer of life told me I'm his star. This is the giver and sustainer of life. Told me, the sun told me I'm his star. I'm true. I'm beautiful. And I know that he is not a man that he would lie. Therefore, I'm accepting my beauty. Okay, back to Michael Bublé, Adam. He presumes Pontius Pilate, Lo Pilato, loves him. If one looks at the way she treats him, one with a clear mind would conclude that she is punishing him, projecting that which is due her, meaning Pontius Pilate, for killing Christ, onto him, Michael Bublé, Adam. Even being born speaking Spanish was a part of Pilate's plan to torture Bublé. In the early years of their marriage, there was so much discord because of the misunderstandings one can claim from not knowing the meanings of words. Michael Bublé, Adam, Jesus Christ projection was in hell. That's the price he paid for not reading the book, for buying the book for its cover. Pilate's cover is, I'm the most beautiful girl you've ever seen, therefore I'm the girl of your dreams. You dream of owning, marrying the most beautiful girl in the world. Beautiful means pleasing the senses or mind aesthetically. Let's see what aesthetically means. It decodes as Adam and Eve see truth, period. Saints, S-T for saints, the T-H-E, the true pleasure, I-sex for pleasure, conscious ally. Okay, now let's read aesthetically all together, decoding. Adam and Eve see truth. They don't see spells, they don't see glamour, they see truth in each other. Saints, the true pleasure. Saints are what is true, and they see that the true pleasure is a conscious ally. Okay, so what I've shown is that Pontius Pilate is a conscious enemy of Michael Bublé, just as he was of Michael Bublé when he was Adam, when he was Jesus Christ. Okay, Pontius Pilate killed Jesus Christ, therefore he was Jesus Christ's enemy. Okay? Jesus Christ, Charan Singh, the 20th century and 1st century Jesus Christ, Charan Singh, revealed the soul is slave to the mind. The mind is slave to the senses. Michael Bublé's sense of beauty. Hollywood movies program us as to what we think is beauty. Program us to think that glamorous is what is beautiful. That means fake makeup and phony eyelashes and blush and lipstick, eyeshadow, etc. Okay, so Michael Bublé's sense of beauty is a slave to his mind, to his thinking, what looks pleasing. Symmetry. Symmetry means correct or... Oh no, this is not the right page. Gotta find the right page here. Here it is. Pleasing proportions. Symmetry is pleasing proportions of the parts of a thing. A face, for example, is thought to... It's thought to be physical. The book cover, beauty. Okay, so proportionate parts are thought to be beauty. And beauty like that is the physical, the book cover. Superficial, surface beauty. On the face of it, the killer looks like the most beautiful being in the world. But if one examines closely the jabs and cuts Pilate is always inflicting on her family, one can understand why what is eating up Pilate, namely, he is responsible for putting to death the perfect man, the God-man, the Savior of the world, the most beautiful man in the world, truly, because he loved everybody, even those who killed him. On an interview show, George Stroumboulopoulos, Michael Bublé showed a picture he took with the stuffed pig his wife bought for him because she told him he looked like the pig. He believed her. When he was being photographed, he made his face look like that pig. He's an actor. He can become characters, even an ugly stuffed pig. Michael told George, 3 ladies told me I look like the pig. Though Pilate is still making a fool of him, of Jesus Christ, in the form of Michael Bublé. She made him kill himself, kill his beauty, his beautiful face, and become the ugly pig face. See how that happened? She psyched him out into destroying himself. It never occurred. See, there's no such thing as a coincidence. Let's get that out of the way right away. It never occurred to Michael Bublé to say, what do you mean I look like this ugly pig? Because he's a slave to his eyes, which tells his mind that she is beautiful. His eyes are a slave to his mind, his thinking. If Bublé's will doesn't insist on the mind thinking through its senses, its eyes order, example, if he doesn't say, she looks beautiful, but is she beautiful? I'll have to get to know her in order to find out if she's beautiful inside also. Do I want to go through the hell of getting to know someone from a different culture, a different continent, South America, completely different way of life, different customs and values? Uncomfortable coupling. Okay. Surely I can find a girl who knows how to apply makeup, how to make herself look glamorous, how to put me in a spell, under her spell, who speaks English, if I want to be put under her spell, who speaks English, who's from my culture, North America. Do I really need to reinvent the wheel? There's no shortage of beautiful women on my continent. Note, Henry Ford was Eve, speaking of wheels and cars. When Michael Bublé was growing up, Bing Crosby records, particularly White Christmas, was played in his home throughout the Christmas season. He admired Bing Crosby. He thought Bing Crosby was very important. That's how he attracted his son Gary Crosby. Michael Bublé and Lo Pilot, son, was a very angry son of Bing Crosby, Gary Crosby. Gary came to Michael a very popular, indeed a superstar, to work out his unresolved father issues. He was terribly neglected. You understand that Gary Crosby is Noah Bublé, their son. Okay, because I didn't mention that before. Gary was terribly neglected while Bing was on the road creating a career. One day Michael Bublé was packing to go back on the road. Noah, Gary Crosby, asked him, "Where are you going?" "I'm going to sing to people." "Why?" asked Noah. See, he's working out what happened with Bing. He never knew why Bing was never there. The deepest, truest answer Michael Bublé could have given him was, "I'm going to sing about and connect with my truest love, Eve. But I'm unconscious of why I sing myself." So he couldn't have said that because he's unconscious, but that would have been the true answer. Two of Gary Crosby's brothers shot themselves in their heads dead. Noah Bublé attracted liver cancer at 3 years old. Cancer, anger, conscious energy. Cancer is a conscious energy of anger. Okay. That's Gary Crosby. And plus with that mother Pontius Pilate undermining him, 2 days after Michael Bublé met Lo Pilato, he told her, under her spell of glamour, under the spell of her glamour, that he was going to marry her. 10 minutes after seeing and studying my makeup-less face, my first husband, Edwin Birdsong, told me he was going to marry me. He has since transitioned. He's died. He trusts me with his soul. He asked me to write, since he's been dead, we've been communicating. Yes, I communicate with the dead. I read energy. He asked me to write a musical, taking all the credit that's due me that he never gave me, so our karmic accounts can be evened out instead of him owing me. And he can return to the physical in my family, in my daughter Robin Birdsong's womb, as soon as she marries. See, right now he has so much bad karma because he owes me what he didn't give me, what he didn't pay me in our past life. So if I take the credit that I'm due and I make money, then the karma will be even and he can come back to our family. I'll let him off the hook. Michael Bublé told Eve, he sang it actually, "My soul is yours to save." After millions of years, Michael Bublé, Adam, still trusts Eve to do right by him and the world. April 2018. After having been homeless for a number of years, let me read this first. Let me see what this says. Frank Sinatra, the most influential artist in the 20th century, he cleared the way for Elvis. Michael Bublé said, "There'll never be another Sinatra." Frank Sinatra has taken birth as Elvis, who's taken birth as Michael Bublé. You got that? Michael Bublé is Frank Sinatra, and he was Elvis Presley. Pontius Pilate has taken birth as Luciano, some name like that, Lopalato, Argentinian actress, Michael Bublé's wife. Michael Bublé is a projection of Govinda Singh, Jesus Christ. Pontius Pilate, Jesus Christ killer, first century, is now Jesus Christ's wife this century, bought him, Michael Bublé, Jesus Christ, an ugly stuffed pig. Oh, I'm telling that story again. Okay. This is more a different aspect of it. Michael Bublé takes this pig with him on the road for good luck. Satan, Antichrist, says her wins because her has persuaded the world that her does not exist. You see there? Glamour is a trick, a hex, invented by prostitutes to bewitch men to give them money because they have nothing of value to give a potential mate but sex. Pontius Pilate, because they don't have a heart, they don't have empathy, they don't have love. All they have is a hole. And to make the men want the hole, they dress up with fake eyelashes, etc. So they look glamorous, so they look beautiful, so they put men under their spell. Pontius Pilate got Michael Bublé's Jesus Christ in his or her life to kill him again and again, subtly, with insults, with unbelievable mockery, by being the most glamorous, most made-up person he'd ever seen. The best looking her best, looking to hex, looking to cast a spell. Michael Bublé is happy to be married to Pontius Pilate because he doesn't know that he's married to that Christ killer energy. He cannot see him and her, Pilate's true face, because he's under the spell of lipstick. Lipstick. Will pleasure present? Will pleasure present? Stick. She tastes ick. Sucked somebody's dick full of shit. Oops. Pontius Pilate made up a face which she presented to him. Red lipstick to attract attention like red-blooded animals he devours and is stimulated by and who he thinks tastes good. So he presumes she is good because he associates her with the red-blooded animals he thinks taste good. She told her mother Bublé is gay. She told him too, putting it in his head unconsciously that he is not all man. She called him stupid and laughed at him the time she asked him to sing to their baby in the womb, and he did sing to the baby in the womb. He was humiliated as she laughed at him, making him the butt of the joke, saying, "The baby can't hear you." Now, when I was pregnant, my husband, Edwin Birdsong, sang to our son, Sing Birdsong, and I was overjoyed. I thought it was wonderful. And he used to say, "Hello in there," and I thought it was great. Just shows you the difference in people. In other words, Lopalato was telling Michael Bublé, Adam, Jesus Christ, "You're a fool. I just made a fool of you. But you won't blame me. Just as when I had your hands and feet nailed to a cross, you didn't blame me. You prayed to your Father to forgive them, including me, saying, I know not what I do. I knew I was having an innocent man killed. Once a fool, Again, I'll put, what am I trying to say? Innocent man killed. Once a fool, again a fool, I guess I'm trying to say. I'll put you under my spell with my glamour. This is Michael Bublé, Adam, Jesus Christ's wife, Pilate, Pontius Pilate, talking to him. I put you under my spell with my glamour. Because Pontius Pilate was born a girl this life. I made a fool of you. Every chance I get, I'll make a fool of you. Okay, April 2018. I mean, I'm not okay with that. It's not, it's not my business. My business is just to tell the truth. I've been authorized to tell the truth. I can say anything I want as long as it's true. Okay, so April 2018, after having been homeless for a number of years, now I'll put the camera here. After having been homeless for a number of years, I was able to see my spiritual teacher, Jesus Christ, Gurinder Singh, with whom I've been having a spiritual relationship for over a year. When I found out he was coming from India to North Carolina, I jumped through the hoops necessary to get to see him. I rode a bus for 11 hours. After my first husband, Edwin, had given me the $160 bus fare, I hadn't asked him for the money, although I'd worked very hard to help him become able to make a good living in the music industry. He'd not shared his music business largesse with me personally since our divorce in 1981, the year some groupie in Philadelphia laid her baby fatherhood burden on him. If you saw the girl all grown up, you'd know Edwin got put in a trick bag like his father had been in. Anyway, I wanted to be sure Gurinder Singh, Jesus Christ, and our auditory love affair was and still is was more than spiritual. Jesus Christ was and still is in my ear 24/7, 365 days a year to give me anything I ask for, any answer to any question I ask. I wanted to see him in the physical in North Carolina, to get a hug and a kiss, to make sure our love affair was more than spiritual in my imagination. I was also looking forward to getting some love from some of Jesus Christ's disciples, satsangis they're called. I've been friends with more than 40 years. And when I got there, not looking my best for the first time, the satsangis I knew and saw acted as though they hadn't seen me. They each won Fountain Jones, Karen Jones, Linda Zitelli, Nancy Gross, Manira Smith, Daphne Nathanson, Susan Nathanson, Norman Nathanson. The Nathansons had snubbed me at the point of the bus station in New Jersey. I didn't get that they were snubbing me because I looked poor for the first time since they'd known me. It just didn't register. I didn't know why he looked at me with disdain. I didn't compute. But none of them, miles red, mattered. When Babaji, Jesus Christ, Gurinder Singh arrived, I was seated so far back I had to watch him on the screen. But I didn't care. I was overjoyed. It was a thrill to watch him, and I hung on his every word. It was all I could do, not to jump out of my seat and run down there and get my hug and kiss. But I thoroughly enjoyed him. I forgot the people snubbed me. And I had a small package of photos and notes about all sorts of supernatural revelations I needed him to explain, as I thought it was too much information for me to contain without going crazy again. I sent Owen Benjamin note. This is our digression. I sent Owen Benjamin Ulysses S. Grant, my husband in a past life, a similar package recently because he claimed to be accessible. He even gave out his email and post office box. Anyway, I haven't heard from him. Anyway, I handed the package to Karen Jones on my way out because her husband works closely with Jesus Christ Gurinder Singh, though she didn't want to take it from poor-looking me. What would she say today if she knew her mother-in-law, who transitioned, died a couple years ago, Evelyn Jones, is in my womb, put there in North Carolina, April 2018, after Govinda Singh married me? Cancer. Conscious anger, North Carolina energy here. Emergency room. Emergency room. Eyes merge in North Carolina. I. Groom married and impregnated me. Govinda Singh, Jesus Christ, and Immaculate Conception, ordered, openly married, and impregnated me. Oh, I see. Govinda Singh, Jesus Christ, orders, openly marry and impregnate her. That was what he did. Okay, the insert. A few days later, our Father, the high and mighty Son, there he is. I can put it there. High and mighty Son, who said I was true, I was beautiful. He did. He said these things to me. I was his star. Then I won. I was his heir, H-E-I-R. He pulled out his supreme beam of light, plunged it into me, leaving a baby in my womb and my body. Jesus Christ. 1st and 20th century Charan Singh to be called. I think that's it. I hope I was clear. I worry sometimes when I read, that my tones are not clear. I hope you understand what I said, because I talked about a miracle. I talked about a lot of miracles in this video. And I just want to bring you up to date on what is going on with Jesus Christ, Govinda Singh, and the Father, the Son, and Eve, mother of the earth, and Mary, wife of Jesus Christ, and Eve, made of Adam. Wow. Okay, that's it. I'll talk to you again when I have more news to tell you. Mainstream includes to you. So long.